With rent on the rise in LA County, residents came down to Inglewood City Hall prior to the Inglewood City Council meeting to discuss votes on rent stabilization.
I'm here today to support, reducing the cap, or renters can't increase rent, past 8% a year. I think that rent control in and of itself is a half measure. I think that housing should be treated as a human right, but I think that this, among many other struggles, is something that we should support. So I think that at the end of the day, rent control needs to be accompanied by wage increases. It needs to be accompanied by more services being offered to the disenfranchised.
So today we were at the city council meeting where the mayor and the city council are discussing an ordinance that the mayor has put forward. Part of this is a beginning of possibly rent control, but the stipulations, for example, the 8% annual cap, are just ridiculous.
Many people voiced their opinion during the city council meeting, stating,
I'd like to point out that 8% might be able to be touted as some sort of moderate measure in comparison to some of the more outlandish figures out there. But last time I checked, wages have not been increasing by a rate of 8%.
I understand that rents will go up because of all of the wonderful development that's happening in our city. But the level at which they do increase should be something that families can actually obtain. It shouldn't be so unachievable that their only recourse is to be relocated.
8% as a cap is incredibly high. Even 4% is too high because Inglewood residents make less money than Los Angeles County residents.
Into it and say that I feel like it's a slap in the face and just outright selfish for you as people who are supposed to be here to serve and protect our community to completely ignore and continuously deny our community rent control or rent stabilization.
With homelessness on the rise, we also asked community members if rent control can reduce homelessness. Some community members said yes, stating,
absolutely, displacement is real. Many of our families, seniors on fixed incomes, folks with children, if they're unable to pay the rent and there's nowhere else to move, they end up on the streets. We end up on the streets. So our goal is to keep everyone in their homes so that Inglewood can rise with the community and not without the community. It's only a real resurrection if everybody's involved.
But rent control in itself is important to reduce homelessness because that protects tenants from being gouged exorbitant rent prices, which has happened in Inglewood. Some tenants have had their rents go up over 100, 150% in one notice. And California law only states that they just have to provide, the landlord has to provide 60 days. And so that's ridiculous. None of us are getting that kind of money or that kind of increase. Maybe the city council is, but we're not as renters getting those kind of increases. And so that's really indirectly pricing people out of their homes, which is leading to homelessness. But rent control is a way to prevent people from becoming homeless. And I also think that the ordinance, the mayor's initiative, as it's entitled, is something that can be expanded to deal with people who are already dealing with homelessness already, or living in motels or inns as a temporary safety gap for when rents have become too high and they're no longer able to live in their normal homes.
So what today means is the opportunity for those who already feel the housing insecurities from the city have at least one kind of opportunity or one kind of way for which they can peacefully sleep at night and know that they'll have a house to live in or a home to live in for at least another year. And that's only if I feel like if they do the amendment of 5%. 8% would still create a lot of housing insecurity and homelessness and displacement of our communities.
What do you think of the issues in Inglewood? Comment down below.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and check out our website at losangeleswavenewspapers.com.